What's up with y'all beautiful people? Let me talk to you about, let's talk about some serious topic here. Let's talk about narcissists and empaths and the relationship between the two and why they seem to attract each other so strongly. First of all, they used to say that you attract what you are or who you are. This is the law of attraction, right? You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are, according to your frequency. But that same principle underlines, that same principles when you consider the fact of you being who you are, also underlines the attraction of what I would call your direct contradictory self or your reverse self. And this is exactly what happens between narcissists and empaths. You see, empaths, they feel others. They absorb energies, they absorb feelings, emotions, they absorb sometimes thoughts of other people and, stuff in the like. And narcissists, on the contrary, are people that cannot feel others. They cannot understand emotions from others. They only see themselves and what they want. They only look out for themselves. It's all about them. It's all about what they want, what they need, what they desire, what they project, and what their end goal is. There is no place and no time to consider anything or anyone else. It's all about them. The whole world seems to be rotating around them. The whole world is revolving around them. This is the narcissist. The empaths, it seems like they do not even know who they are for real, because they seem to constantly be in this dynamic of absorbing other people's energies. And even when they try not to, they just seem to even when they try not to and they succeed in not absorbing others' energies, they tend to have this loyalty towards their own nature, which means, oh, I'm an empath, which means I'm going to keep absorbing others' energies, regardless of the quality of the energy, which means good, bad, detrimental, or beneficial. And it's like we could describe it as an addiction, because being addicted to others' energies or being addicted to heal others, because when they absorb others' energies, one of the underlying reasons is, I am doing this because I want to heal them. I am doing this because I want to fix them. I am doing this because I am helping them, right? But little do they know is that you cannot help someone that doesn't want to help themselves. You cannot heal someone that entertains the disease. You cannot heal someone that likes or loves the suffering. Because some people have been suffering for so long, and their unwillingness to not heal, coupled with that a long period of suffering, has given birth to what they call narcissists, without the possibility of going back. And when they are born from these experiences, well, in order for them to survive, they acquire a lot of skills. I'm not going to say a lot of skills, but they acquire a set of skills that ensure their survival in this world. First of all, they vow to themselves that they will never open their heart to love someone again. They will never use that word. They divorce completely from that word, love, or that concept, or that feeling, or that emotion. They divorce themselves completely, entirely from it. But on the contrary, or should I say on the flip side, they use it actively. But using it actively in the world is but a strategy for them to keep feeding on others' energies, and especially empaths' energies, because the empaths has the strongest type of energy. I mean, one of the strongest types of energies. I feel this video is gonna be like very good, so let me not stay on the window. Let me just pull up to the kitchen. Wait a second, y'all. Yeah, let me just put it like this. The empaths use a lot of deception in order for them to cover their true nature, in order for them to project an illusion for other people to enjoy or entertain or be entrapped by. The narcissist, being incapable of loving themselves, thus being incapable of loving just anything or anyone else, will go unimaginable lengths to reach their goals, which is to completely eat up the energies of an empath that fell entrapped in their games. These games are mostly mind games, because not all narcissists can play other games other than mind games. And as an empath, I have met a lot of narcissists. Not to say that I have been in close relationship to them, because I've always had this quality of not allowing people in general to my secret or my inner circle. I was gonna say my secret place or my inner circle, because it's like naturally I don't trust people like that. But at the same time, people that tend to not trust anyone, they have a naive side of themselves that they should learn to maneuver with great wisdom, which means not be naive, but at the same time, not close yourself off in complete or absolute skepticism. The empaths attract narcissists not because this is who they are, but because doctors attract diseased or sick people. It's a natural relationship between the two. Maybe not natural, but it's a logical relationship between the two. When you need healing, well, you unconsciously seek for healers. So the narcissist, knowing that empaths are the ones that, among others, have a lot of healing energies, they go on a mission to not only couple with them. When I say couple, I'm talking about get into relationships with them. It may be friendships. It may be a business relationship, it may be a romantic relationship, it may be any type of relationship. As long as they are in a relationship with the empath, they are satisfied because they keep feeding off of the empath's energy. And most empaths are so naive because they are so selfless. They are so healing. They are so integrative. They are so inclusive. They are so compassionate. They are so considerate. They will go unallowed lengths that they should not go, but they will go these lengths in order to try and heal a narcissist, in order to try and open the eyes of a blinded narcissist. All narcissists are blind, but yeah, I didn't need to say that. And this relationship between narcissists and empaths is really one of the most talked about dynamic in psychology and also spirituality and also criminology. And if the empath does not get away, he or she will fall into he or she will catch the syndrome of, what do they call this syndrome? I don't know. I don't even remember the syndrome, but it is when you fall in love with your abuser. And I've never been in a relationship where someone abused me. I mean, when I say me, I'm talking about like personally, like, I don't know, emotionally, physically, like, nah, never. But I've been in long dialogues, or should I say relationships, where my trust has been violated. Not only my trust, but my intelligence has been insulted. And my confidence has not only been questioned, but envied and sought for by the same person, or should I say by the same people, that I would try, or that I was trying to elevate, not on my level, but to a level that would allow them to understand themselves on a deeper level. I mean, on a greater scale. Let me put it like this. And you become very dangerous when you are an empath and you combine that empathy with deep knowledge of psychology in order to protect yourself from narcissism, in order to protect yourself from becoming a narcissist. Because I could say generally all narcissists were some type of empath in the past, but for some reason they have not escaped the narcissistic abusive dynamic. The syndrome that I was looking for is the Stockholm syndrome, where the person who is being abused falls in love with the person that abuses her or him. To get back to what I was saying before, reminding you of the Stockholm syndrome, you become very dangerous as an empath when you arm yourself with a lot of knowledge. You become very knowledgeable, both in what we call psychology, sociology, gender psychology, male psychology, female psychology, spirituality, and also rhetoric. You become very dangerous for those narcissists because your mindset, when it is or when it has been fed by all these knowledges, all these experiences, all this expansion of your own consciousness, of your own self, you become dangerous for them because their mindset allows you to put yourself into their own little games and win despite everything that they are willing to try against you. There is a quote out there which is really popular among the mainstream, let me say pop culture, period. It's sometimes I play the fool to fool the fool that think they can fool me. And if you're not intelligent, if you're not smart, if you're not clever, you cannot relate to that quote. There is another one. The smart or the clever can act dumb, but the dumb or the stupid can never act smart. These two quotes reflect this principle of these principles. First, the mirroring principle, like sometimes I play the fool to fool the fool that think they can fool me. And a clever person can act stupid, but a stupid person can never act clever. This is the mirroring principle. And also, it outlines the flexibility of the empath when they know how to combine the strong, intense energy that comes from their core with the sharp knowledge of their mind, when they are willing to learn both from experience and observations. I have come to realize that indeed you cannot save everyone, and it's a good thing. It's both sad and liberating, because if you could save everyone, well, you would try to, and by trying to, you would deteriorate yourself, or worse, you would just disintegrate as an empath. I'm talking to the empath particularly because they are the ones that have this disease or this addiction of what I call, it's a popular phrase out there, the superhero syndrome. It's like, I have to save her, I have to save him, I have to save them, it's like the superhero syndrome. Let me tell you something, bro or sister. Even if you were a Superman or a Supergirl, there are people in this world that will depict or portray themselves as someone that needs your help in order for them to destroy you. That leads us into the second part of how narcissists present themselves to the world versus how they are behind closed doors. You see, narcissists, because they cannot love themselves, they have to portray themselves a certain way, in a desirable way, in an attractive, in an attractive way. But for the real empaths, it's not really attractive, it's repulsive. Once you know how to tap into the energy in the background of what people are projecting with their bodies, well, you will find a lot of attractive people very, very repulsive. This is when you enter the realm of reality, the realm of energies, sensations, impressions. You're tapping into energies behind what they call the veil of physicality, or Maya, which is the illusion. The narcissists present themselves as someone very loving, very caring, very empathetic, right? And most narcissists have a dual personality. They are bipolar. Not to say that every bipolar person or individual is a narcissistic person. This is not what I'm saying. These are two different things. But in general, every narcissist is bipolar. And when they have the light on, when the lights are on them, well, they always smile. They are very good at pretending. They are very good actors or actresses. And they always show out or show off a sense of balance, a sense of inner fulfillment. It's like they are satisfied with themselves. They always portray themselves as this, I don't know, this leader, this light, the star, like they're shining bright on the world. But for whomever can see truly, in other words, for whomever perceive energies, they can look at them and be truly, honestly saddened by how hard they are trying to portray or to depict or to project an energy that they are not. And you come to the realization, by seeing those things more and more, by meeting or having experiences with narcissists at that level that are always putting on a show, that do not know which thing or which side of themselves they have to prioritize, because deep down they still have that little light that they could use to heal, but they do not want to use it because this is the single bright, or this is the single line of light that they use to trick people. They use this little light to tell people how caring they are, or to play the victim. And those people cannot grow energies from within. Therefore, they snatch energies off others. Or we could say they just buy them. And by buying, I'm talking figuratively or not. The narcissists always have a smile on their face. But this smile is 1 second away from, this smile is always 1 second away, not only from breaking, but also from revealing the river of tears that they're hiding and have been hiding for a long time now. The narcissists present themselves as this, if it's a male, okay, male or female, as this boss, right? This people, this abundant person, this abundant individual, someone that has options, right? Someone that can do whatever he or she wants, someone that can have whatever he or she desires. But truly, the only thing that they are abundant of is tricks and masks. Oh yeah, they are full of masks. And one thing about narcissists, they do not have a lot of ideas. You know why? Because they are not creative. And you know why they are not creative? Because they have killed, or they have been killing their creativity by darkening it, by using it to enforce their dark desires onto other people. And if you're a narcissist, I mean, not if, most probably you're a narcissist watching, not a narcissist, but an empath watching me right now. I would suggest you to embrace what they call self-love. All the love that you feel for others, all this superhero syndrome that you're suffering from, project it onto yourself. Project it back onto yourself. Learn to save yourself. And get knowledgeable. Learn psychology of manipulation. Learn how to decipher manipulative energies. Learn how to protect yourself from both full-blown narcissists and also little narcissists that are trying to attach themselves onto your energy in order for you to keep feeding them your light. Everybody has their own light, so everybody should grow their own light. But some people, for some reason, have taken this light and have deemed it unnecessary or weak. This is why, when it comes to the narcissist, no matter how hard you try to love them, my dear empaths, they will judge you and they will point their fingers at you and call you weak because you have prioritized, or you are prioritizing your loving side instead of the hatred, instead of the envy, instead of the scarcity mindset that they are the very product of. And if you are dealing with a narcissistic person, I would suggest you to not only get the hell out ASAP, like as soon as possible, but also learn from his or her behaviors how to spot the next ones. Because if you are an empath, most probably you will keep attracting those suckers, which are narcissists, because they cannot live without your light. They cannot live without your, your expanded consciousness. They cannot live without your healing energies. Once they connect themselves to your healing energies, they become addicted to it. And they are not willing to heal themselves. So, as long as you are connected to them, you are now starving yourself in order to keep them alive. You are not healing them. You're just killing yourself and making them an even bigger narcissist. So, my dear empaths, if you're dealing with a narcissist, get the hell out of his life or out of her life. And always stand up for your own truth. Always stand up for your own side of the story. Do not try and convince them, because there is no way in hell or on earth you could try and win in convincing them. Leave them alone. Do not feed them with your attention. Do not feed them with your focus. Do not feed them with your intelligence. Do not feed them with your ideas. Do not feed them with your compassion even. Cut them off completely. Because no matter how hard you love them, you have to learn to love yourself even harder. I repeat, no matter how hard you love them, you have to learn to love yourself even harder. And don't get me wrong, those narcissists out there, they are what they call attractive. For me, they're not attractive because I'm always looking past the physics or the physicality. I'm always questioning a lot of things. Like, I'm always tilting the energies in order for me to understand, are you a narcissist or are you a gem just like me? And my advice for you is to do the same. Learn how to recognize the real from the fake, the pretenders from the authentics. And only when you are able to separate those two will you understand the meaning of your existence in this world. Will you understand, probably, one of your biggest missions in life? Will you understand a lot of things? For instance, how to build a family, how to filter your circle, how to befriend people, whom to befriend, and above all, how to spot these depressive ass narcissists from 10 miles away. That's the video, y'all. I think I'm gonna do another one, maybe a part 2 or part 3, about narcissists and their tactics and shit. But anyway, take care and learn how to spot narcissists no matter who they are.